Across 143 summers, just 10 venues have been used to host men's Test cricket in Australia. This week, that becomes 11, when Manuka Oval in the nation's capital of Canberra proudly adds its name to that list. It's been a long time coming for a ground that was originally built in the 1920s, especially considering that as this century began, the dream of hosting international cricket was never further away as the Canberra Comets lost their spot in the domestic 50-over competition.
10, 15 years ago, we'd never even imagine that we'd have high-class international cricket at Manuka.
But instead of wallowing, administrators got to work. In recognition of vast improvements made, including the installation of award-winning light towers, combined with successfully hosting a series of white ball internationals since 2013, Canberra has been given its chance on this most prestigious stage.
Big thing was a media centre, obviously, and that's a beautiful backdrop for the Test match in the Open in December. So first use of it for this Test match, that was a big part to be able to cater for, I guess, the abundance of media that comes to a Test match.
It looks wonderful. The light towers have been a breath of fresh air for the ground. It brings international cricket to the ground. The media centre's state of the art.
But for all that is new, Manuka remains very much a cricket ground rather than a stadium, punctuated by this grand old hand-operated scoreboard. It is named after another hero in this Canberra cricketing story, Jack Fingleton. Fingleton used his considerable influence to begin an annual match at the ground, the Prime Minister's 11. Inaugurated in 1951, in 1963, Sir Donald Bradman played his final game of competitive cricket for the PM side against Ted Dexter's touring English.
Obviously a lot of history with the Fingleton scoreboard. It was the previous MCG scoreboard. There's a lot of work that goes into actually putting the scores up. There's 12 scorers in there over the course of the Test match, and it's pretty hot, so they're going to have a big job ahead of them.
And it was great foresight by those people from the federal government at that stage to bring it to Canberra.
This week, Tim Payne's side contains a hometown hero of sorts in Nathan Lyon. Australia's masterful off-spinner was brought up in the New South Wales rural town of Young, but as a teenager, he was driven 2 hours each way to play in the nation's capital. Just 9 years ago, Lyon was captaining local grade side Western Districts. Higher honours a long way away, an international career but a pipe dream. Then, his day job was working at Manuka as one of the ground staff preparing the wickets. Now, he returns to the ground with 341 Test wickets to his name, only 3 Australians having ever captured more.
It's going to be a pretty special moment when we walk out to sing the national anthem, but especially when I get the opportunity to bowl out there. Obviously, I've got a lot of history on the ground, it's been well documented. It's one of my favourite grounds, obviously for a lot of different reasons, but it's exciting. When you get the chance to play a lot of friends and a lot of family, it becomes even more special.
Sure enough then, the first 3 days of this inaugural Test in Canberra are sold out.
It's just amazing, and there's massive vibe around the town about the match.
Well, I think Canberra's come of age. The population's obviously growing, cricket's growing here, and I think Manuka's almost a reflection of society. The ground has come of age, it's a beautiful facility, a great place to play cricket, but it's still holding on to that rich history that it has.
Definitely, this is going to be the highlight of Canberra cricket for the last 100 years.
With the international schedule looking as it does, it might very well be the first and last Test at Manuka for some time. But one thing is certain, for the next 5 days at least in Canberra, they'll be making it count. Adam Collins for Crick Buzz at Manuka Oval.